Hi, boys and girls. 1, 2. There it is. No, I don't want to talk about how long I was just live streaming without sound. I don't want anyone to bring it up. Because it's not something I feel good about. Anyway. So, with that in mind, I should probably restart. Nah, I'm not going to undo everything I just did, even though no one was here to hear it. Such a nut. Let me just play this from the start, and I will talk again about what I've done since the last time. So that's where we're at. So things that are new. Guitars were recorded off stream. Structure was worked on stream with no sound because I'm an idiot. I think that's basically it. Oh, we've added a few new bass sounds, so we're automating in and out. We've got a nasty sound and a not so nasty sound. So the nasty sound is this one, which is quite vocal and crazy, and then the more subtle one is this one. And then we've got a motion as well. Guitars are super quiet on purpose, but I'm starting to think that if they're that quiet, I may as well bin them. I don't know. And I have a lead guitar line, and I can't work out which section to put it on in the blue or the orange, because it sounds kind of good on both. Is really annoying me. So let's see. I'm just gonna play it. In fairness, like, this orange section already has a melody. Let's play around with it. Guitar cam. Did it work? It worked. Okay. Ah, good start. It's the shape. Let's try that again. blue section. I think it's the blue section. So I'm gonna, how many times do I have to record that to get it right? This is gonna be awkward to watch. Let's try. Let's just stick that on a loop for years. I know there's easy ways to do this, but I don't care. I've got to do that one first, right? Other way. And I should have recorded that one. That was alright. Is that actually... Yeah, it is. Come on. Word of advice: don't write things that you can't play. It's in there somewhere, I think. Let's have a look. And I swapped to the middle pickup because I'm wondering about having some unison either side. So let's just cut out one that works. I mean, that's pretty good. Let's get another version. Cool. I'm just going to bin the rest because that's probably fine. And then let's have a look at the lower pickup. Lower pickup? Lower tone pickup. I'm going to get rid of that stomach shot there. I think it was those, wasn't it? Lead guitar, let's duplicate. this guitar left, and they're going to go off to the side a bit, and then they're going to be quite quiet. And that's actually going to be these two versions. Ooh, come back. Starts at the wrong point though, doesn't it? Let's just grab the first note of that one. Put it there. It's okay. This is what Trivium do, so it's fine. Just got to nail it once. And then let's do... So we're going to send that to the room as well. We're quite low down. So actually the reverb we're going to hear is from the side guitars, not the central one. Cool. We're also going to EQ it a bit. I was already there. Ooh. That's quite nice. Duplicate that. So you're going to use this version. And you're going to be offset 60, right 60. Ooh, close enough. Let's do that. So they all start there. That's nice. With the central one. So that one's super aggressive, so I'm going to do the same EQ. Because actually it works really well there, and normally I find that it doesn't. Oh. Yeah, that's it. That's the one we want. So let's put that there. Yeah, let's see how it sounds. And we've got this synth as well. If I started on the right beat, that would be way helpful. There it is. So I'm feeling a bit like without any guitar there for the rest of it, that kind of comes out of the blue. So what I'm going to do is... It's turning into a big project now, isn't it? Didn't want to spend this long on it. Oh well. Let's turn that folder there as well. I'm just trying to make things fit a little better. So we've gotten rid of the wah effect. all that work gone into those rhythm guitars. I might do something that is a staple of me. Is there a way to put those both through one fader? There must be. Configuration stereo. You guys? So hang on. If I go direct routing. Ah, there it is. I so very rarely use these groups and stuff. Group. Perfect. So that actually. So. So those together I can effect. So I want to try a glitch effect because this is what I always use, and it never gets boring. I hope. If I can remember where I put them. Other? There's a lot of stuff in there. I cannot remember where I put them. Do I even have them installed? I must have them installed. I swear to God, if I don't have it installed, I'm actually just going to do nothing and wait patiently. Am I going to have to use loop mash? No, because I can use... Wait. Reactor effects? Okay, so I'm not going to use... Oh yeah, there is a search function, isn't there? Did I spell it right? Dyslexic. No, goddamn. Okay, right. Reactor has a glitch thing as well. The Fonga. Or the finger. Whatever. So let's just go... replayer? Yeah. So we need a MIDI controller for that. Glitch control. We'll stick that in the same folder just so we know what it is. So I'm going to start using that in this second verse. I don't know. Whatever. Verse? Yeah, I guess verse makes sense. Let's try. That's not what I wanted. I want to send... Yeah, reactor. There it is. Oh, this is the annoying bit when I'm only projecting one window. Oh God, this is going to hurt my brain. Right, so... Smudge. Let's just try. Am I looping? I'm not looping. Too many windows. That, yes. 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 Nice. Let's try stretch first. How does that sound? Oh yeah. Or loop. We can do that. That's quite fun. That's quite fun. Let's expand this. Let's try some of these other ones. Sync gate. might keep us going for a bit. Can I just do that for all of them? Maybe we need to put a filter on it, because I feel like it's going to get a bit busy in the low register. Quaker SD cool. I've never tried this. Yeah, it's part of the Reactor bundle. It's a Tim Exile thing. It's called the Finger. It's not the Rude Finger. It's the other one, so it's fine. Yeah, it's basically MIDI controlled glitch stuff. So I'm a bit worried about it kind of taking up a lot of the lower sound fields. So we're going to... What's going to be the best way to do it? Filter... Tone-based system filter... dual filter. Let's just have a listen to the guitars. Yeah. Because you kind of want the oomph for that section, but for this bit it gets in the way a little bit. So we are going to... I can use this one really, can't I? Automate in that. So position and resonance. Resonance. So resonance is we're gonna increase all of those in here, and we're gonna do it slowly. And then position we're going to also do, I guess it stays at 0. Yeah, close enough. So, how does that sound? And then we want the reverse at the other end. Cool. So we're gonna just draw that in there and there, and then boom, out you come. Again, that needs to go to as close to 0 as we can get. Close enough. Those can go away. Those can go away. Nifty. I want a little bit of delay on that lead, because I'm a sadist, basically. I feel like we're losing out on the awesome synth at that point, so I want to kind of add that in if I can. I think actually that could be really fun. At the end there, just add both in. Bit crowded, but I sort of like it. Let's try that. about this one? Let's follow the chords. Oh, we're supposed to go to D. Sorry, that was me trying to find D. I want to change that so actually the lead lines don't interfere with that bass line. There we go. How does that sound? Okay, so I feel a couple things. Love watching Cubase production. Me too. I prefer doing it, but whatever. Because I feel like the guitar sort of comes out of nowhere. So I wonder if we can introduce some kind of guitar element. Even if it's like, I don't know. Yeah, I don't know. I was gonna vocalize a suggestion there, and I actually don't have one. Can I remember how to do that? Probably not. Let's try that, even though it's going to go wrong. Right, let's grab these guys. And we're going to do what we did earlier. We're just going to record a whole bunch. Ooh. I think even just like a little lick. Ba-da-da. I mean, I could just play it. Something like that. I don't know. Let's try it. I keep forgetting what time signature we're in. Right, let's see if I can replicate that in a different... Let's try a harmony. That was hard. Let's try again. Let's see if that's anything like what I wanted. Not necessarily that long though. Oh yeah, they came in halfway, didn't they? About there. Maybe stick them in here. So that was 4 bars into the phrase. So 1, 2, 3, 4, and they come in there. Try it there as well. Will it work? Probably not. What's up, Mango Flush? Hope you like 7/8, because we're in 7/8. Tell you what, because it's Mango Flush, we're going to listen to it from the start and see where we're at. This is for the Newgrounds Audio Deathmatch thingamy. Just by the way, if that makes a difference to the quality of it. So that's where we're at. Mango Flush says, I've had trouble doing stuff in 7/8, mostly due to drum patterns. Yeah, it's knowing where to put the snares in 7/8 that makes it good or bad. Incidentally, this is where I've put the snares. There you go. We've all learned something. The thing I'm struggling with at the moment, which is why I've just added these guitar, I'm not going to call them harmonies, ambient things, is this lead guitar line, which I'm really fond of, sort of comes out of nowhere because we're relying on the kind of gamey synth, which has got way too much delay on it, by the way. We're kind of relying on that as a melody. So then when the guitar line comes in, it feels a bit out of the blue. So I'm wondering if we can can the main one and see how it sounds with the side ones. That's certainly fits better. Do we need to can some of the rhythm guitar then? What if we just... when you say arpeggio, do you mean the blues section, as in the chords? Because it's intentionally supposed to sound... I think it's supposed to be ascending major triads. Oh, you mean the yellow bit before that? Soz. I mean, if you happen to know what those notes are, that would be helpful. I suppose there shouldn't be a G sharp, should there? Because that should be minor at that point. Oh, wait, hang on. No, it should be. Because it's... Oh yeah, it's F sharp major. F sharp minor, so E major. The C sharp should maybe be a D, because that's a D. I mean, that sounds a bit better. Cool. let's put that one in the bin. Move that one over there. Snap to the grid. Let's check this one. C sharps up. Up you go. Perfect. So the next question is, do we do away with the rhythm guitar for that blue section? So with rhythm guitar, what up, Tantacryl? Ah, this is like some of my favourite composers all in the right place. Mango Flush, Meat, Tantacryl, you guys should something. Also, Mango Flush message held for profanity. Oh, you. Right. So what we're trying to decide is rhythm guitar or not. The rhythm guitar says wah guitar. You can ignore that there was a wah on it. And then I gotta get rid of it because it's not very good. I mean, it's epic, but like, it's definitely too much, isn't it? So what if we just put that in the can, spread these a little bit wider, and then just, they sort of take up the same sonic space, don't they? I mean, I'm willing to be told that neither is good, to be honest. So actually, if we get rid of that, does that make that lead guitar fit a little better? It's tricky, isn't it? Because I don't feel like we miss the rhythm guitar parts. That hi-hat's too loud. Hi-hats are always too loud. Contact. Hard rock, mixer, go away hi-hat. There's also a little bit of that bass that's annoying me. So I'm going to nerf it if I can find it. Nerf them if you got them, chaps. I think that's it. Yeah, you can sort of see the little peak there, can't you? Let's not be too extreme. Yeah, Mango Flash, I never understood your propensity to the whole womp bass thingy. I'm just trying to be trendy, man. That's all it is. And also, yeah, I kind of want to harmonise the guitar. Just 2 octaves, unison, it's just, I don't know, it's this whole thing. I mean, make a suggestion. What should I harmonise it with? Flat twos? Actually, that could be fun. I mean, let's not, but... Let's bring down the volume of that as well, the bit synth for that section, so it's not quite so intrusive. Down you can't. Oh, why do you do that? That's not what I want. Yeah, it's kind of nestled in there. Another guitar part. Come on, Simon. Let's not be silly. That would be 3 guitar parts. Right, I've got an idea. With this guy, I want to cut it up a bit. In kind of a non-natural way. I know the way to say that is unnatural. Don't call me Simon on your bleeding stream. Well, don't call yourself Simon on the bleeding stream. Simon. That's one way to avoid that. It's not going to work because it's 7/8. It's just ever so slightly out. Let's try that. Maybe not. Let's try. Sounds terrible. Let's try it anyway. That's kind of my approach. Kill the volume a bit, and also I want to do we affect it as well, like a filter or something? Can't hear a damn thing. Right, let's try. Oh, it does this again. Why does it do that? And why do I whisper every time something goes wrong? You did just call yourself Simon. It's in the chat. I can read it right now, you liar. You're the charlatan. And you smell. So there. Is that gonna... Nah, it's just extra noise, isn't it? Right, so we're at 1 minute 40. What happens next? Bridge implicitly, but what are we going to do? We're going to, I assume, bring it right down. I think we need to get away from the womp womp, because that's here for all the rest of it. So what happens here? some kind of big hit, I guess. I feel like bass with very little attack and slight release would probably work better. You mean like the bass in the intro? I don't know, I just feel like having some way to evolve the bass. Because that's a sentence. There's still attack on that. By little attack, you mean fast attack rather than little, right? Fast attack, slight release. I don't know, nah, for that bit, it was very wompy in my head when I wrote it, and like, actually this is a lot less wompy than it was, because there was guitar with wah on it, and it sounded dumb, so I've reduced the wompiness a little bit. Like that? Is that better? Or is it there? I'm willing to give it a go. It's definitely less intrusive. Guitars sound horrible. Excuse me, my mic's down. I want to try this bit. This is basically a Vitas sup. This is basically what we teach at GCSE Music, that like you want to gradually introduce things and remove things, because like then you can show development. And am I saying that my compositions haven't advanced much since GCSE? No, because I didn't take GCSE Music. So there. So I'm just trying reducing things, so we gradually like create this texture rather than having it all from the start. In fact, we could get rid of this bass as well for that bit, other than the first little bit. That's quite cool. Right, what is your problem? Let's loop that. Although as a guitarist, I'm probably never happy with guitar sounds. Let's try. Ooh, a little less bass though. So rather than using the same preset, I'm going to try and recreate it by eye so that they end up ever so slightly different, because that makes it better in some way. More random, bigger sound because they're different, whatever. Just words. It's all just words in it. Although having said that, I might just use that as a starting point. I don't like having that. I try not to add if I can get away with it. It's just quite quiet now, isn't it? Question from Avitus. Can I use my synth Roland Juno DS for recording its presets and also as a MIDI with Cubase Artist version? Yeah, I think you can have... Yeah, you can record MIDI in if you've got a MIDI device. Well, as long as the Roland... What was it? Roland Juno DS. Juno DS. What kind of outputs does that have? I'm not seeing any back panels. Juno DS. Juno DS. Well, if it's the one they have on Thommen, then yeah, you've got a MIDI out. So yes, you absolutely can use it as a MIDI device. I don't... Yeah, you can record MIDI into Artist. I'm sure you can. I'm recording its presets. Yeah, you would record... I would imagine you would just record like a line out to record the presets. Just make sure you're flipping whatever instrument or impedance buttons you need to on whatever audio face you're using. Or can you record through the... Is there like a USB out of it you can record? I closed that when I didn't mean to. Let's try that again. Thoman. This is the Thoman song that we sing. Thoman. There you are. If it's got like a USB out, it can kind of be its own interface, I guess. Computer. Yeah, there it is. Yeah, so I think you can do all of those things. I was going to ask... Oh, right, so presumably you don't have Cubase Artist, and that's why you're asking. External instruments are Cubase Pro only. Interesting. I wonder what it means by that, because I don't see why you wouldn't... Hang on, right, I'm going down the rabbit hole now, so I'm gonna Google that. External instruments and effects Cubase Pro only. To use external effects, audio hardware with multiple ins and outs. A MIDI interface must be connected to your computer. You can integrate external effect devices and external instruments, for example, hardware synthesizing into single. You know, I'm going to put this on screen so you can all read it. How's that? Cubase Pro only. Oh, so maybe not then. That feels like a that feels like a really basic thing to not let people do. But then, in fairness, Cubase Artist is only like what, 40 quid? But Pro only. That's a stretch. You may as well just use Ableton then, because you can use external stuff with Ableton, like the light version. That I realise I'm reading it, and you've clearly read it, and what it says is pretty clear, but that still doesn't seem right. Yeah. Dunno, mate. That's a weird one. That feels completely completely counter-logical and a really basic thing to not let people do, even with really basic software. So yeah, not sure. I mean, I've got an up version of Artist somewhere. I might have a play and see what I can do with it. So come back next stream and I'll see if I've had results. That'll be next. Oh no, I'm doing a thing next Monday. You know what? It might be next Monday. you can all just find me on Twitter if I don't know when I'm going to stream. Right, back to the stupid noises. So that's thinned that out a bit. Let's just see how that feels from about here. If you've already ordered the artist version, again, tangent, don't care. This is interesting to me. If you've already ordered the artist version, then like there's usually a grace period with software or most electronic things. So like if it doesn't do what you want it to do, just get a refund. I mean, you may have to pay like return postage, but actually like if it's not going to do what you want it to do, then it's not worth it, is it? It's not worth keeping. But yeah, that is a really dumb thing that I feel they should make more noise about before you buy their software. But Steinberg, innit? Right, let's have another listen. Cool. I'm wondering if I can develop the melody a little bit for this section, which basically just means adding more notes. We can also shove that up an octave, and that counts as development. It really is an abrasive sound, isn't it, by itself? Oops. I'm sorry, because that's such an awful noise. Right, how does that fit? That's a real slight development, but it counts. Less saw, more triangle. All right. Oh, okay, yeah, good call. Although maybe I'm going to put in... just a lower triangle to help it cut through. But it doesn't... it doesn't cut. It's not as present. Maybe do the reverse of what I just did. Which is... So keep that one there, keep that one there. And then just reduce the volume ever so slightly. That's a bit better. So maybe for this bit, we can do that stupid glitch guitar thing. Let's put that down here. It might not work. It might sound terrible. Let's find out. Okay, let's do that. Yeah. This is the really fun bit to watch. What if we just keep that going for like ages? Sounds pretty janky, in a good way. Nah, not so much in a good way. Ooh. I mean, that's what we're doing. That's 100% of what we're doing. That is absolutely it. Right, well that's awesome, so that's staying. Let's do a drum pattern for that, and let's recolor it so we all know what's going on. What's a good bridge color? Probs green for this. Halftime. I mean, it is a bridge. Not really sure what I'm doing. Ah, you saw me on YouTube. Yeah, I do Twitch as well. You gotta do all the things in 2019. Otherwise people don't let you buy food. Oh yeah, that's still up there. Let's get rid of that one there. Right, what else do we need? Let's bring in some of the... We've got this moving metal effect that we haven't used since the intro. So we've been doing this F sharp E thing the whole time, so let's maybe... Let's just keep that going. Is this going to be the world's longest bridge? Yeah, probably. Oh, let's end that with a big symbol of some kind. That feels like it's falling out of time a little bit, doesn't it? I mean, that's going to be fun to automate, isn't it? If I work out how. Oh god, where is it? I don't even know what you call that. Or is that the mod wheel? Oh, insert, okay. Went to the wrong place. Just a 3? Oh god. Oh god, that's not what I want. Right, you know what? Never mind. So I think let's... I upset myself. Let's add that pad. Let's add that to the pad. And fifths. Get rid of those upper ones. And then let's raise them so they're kind of evens. But actually I don't want it to be that loud, that early. And I'm going to also automate the time on that delay. Feedback. So we're going to go from here, and then maybe only here it's going to come back. So we're going to go 100% there. Do this. That's good. I see someone still using Windows 7. Yeah, Windows 7 works, although a lot of my software doesn't work well with it. So I'm gonna have to, you know, do the nope, can't think of a word. Do the unthinkable. There it is. I'm really good at improvising. Do the unthinkable and upgrade to 10 at some point. Yeah, it's just in there a little bit. Right, that one's just a bit loud, isn't it? There's something lumpy sounding in there. I'm just going to kill a lot of the bass, actually, because it's going to get on the way. Have I done that here? Yep. I'm actually growing to like the fact that the hang on, there it is, a bit more comfortable. That the guitar glitch thing feels like it's falling out of time. I don't mind that. So let's maybe well, let's perhaps finish the structure. So let's have these guys back. Back over here. And let's cut that. Cool. So now we have a... How is that under 3 minutes? That's crazy. Feels like a long-ass time. Avitas, do you think Cubase is easy to learn? How steep is the learning curve? Is it intuitive? It's certainly more intuitive and has a less steep learning curve than Pro Tools by a long way. And I think it makes it makes a lot of sense if you're starting by recording audio. If you're starting with MIDI and stuff, then maybe Ableton is the way to go, or Reason. But if you're starting with recording audio and you want to then start gradually doing MIDI stuff, I think Cubase is the way to go, personally. That said, I've been using Cubase for 12 years? Yeah, long old time. So I think the struggle for Cubase was easy to learn. Working out how MIDI worked for some reason took me a long time. So I was using audio before I was using MIDI. Maybe actually MIDI in Cubase is really simple to learn, but there was some block in my brain that prevented me from knowing what MIDI was properly. This wasn't back before like plug-in instruments at all. It was just that like most of the MIDI stuff I was trying to do was with drum machines and hardware and stuff. God, it makes me sound so old. It wasn't that long ago. I think Cubase is the most intuitive DAW, personally. If you want to use a launchpad, then Ableton is the most intuitive. If you want to have a really bad time, then Pro Tools is the one to use. Oh, hang on, let me respond to this. Right, let's listen all the way through. I might have to leave it there for today. We will see. Yes, all right. Obviously, that last little bit just sort of comes in with zero build-up, so I think that needs to be more of an obvious crescendo. I can't believe it's under 3 minutes. That's really actually quite annoying. So I may double up this section because it does kind of feel like this one comes in quite early. From here, from the first blue bit onwards, I think structure-wise it's fine. I think there just needs a bit more preamble there. And obviously lots of something here. Spatially it feels a bit weird because you've got the pad that's split either side, you've got guitars either side, more guitars either side, lead guitar center, synth center, bass center, kick snare center, hi-hat over there, ride over there. Like hi-hat and ride are the only things that are only on one side. So I might do something like stick the pad over there, put the synth over there slightly. That feels a little bit better. Maybe the metal's on that side as well. Feels a bit better. Maybe this left guitar comes down a bit. Maybe that I'm going up a little bit. That's a bit better. That's a bit better already. So then, I don't know, maybe this one we could pan back and forth a bit. I don't know, just to give it a little more left-right space. Anyway, I'm going to leave it there for today. Deadline for Newgrounds Audio Deathmatch is next Wednesday. So I may or may not get a chance to finish this on stream. I will try to remember... Well, I'll post this on Twitter once it's done and once it's entered into the deathmatch and all that, so you can listen to it. From a customer perspective, I would like to hear one more thing on the bridge. Yeah, I think we need a lot more stuff there. So the drums are going to be a lot more buildy, RP. I'm probably going to go double time on the kick drum for the end of the chorus, and then, yeah, just going to maybe gradually remove some of this stuff. So gradually introduce kick and snare, big fill at the end. Some kind of new melody there, maybe an alteration of the melody here. So I need to save this. No, I've already deleted the preset. Well, that's good, isn't it? Let's just hope I remember, which I won't. Find me on Twitter at LTGuitarist, because that is where I tweet when I go live. The usual time for going live is Monday early evening, so kind of 6, 7, 8, that whole area. I can't believe I managed to stream for 50 minutes with the sound off. Oops. But then I came back and I streamed for another hour and a half. So I feel like that's value for money considering the whole thing's free. Flippin', follow me on Twitter. Find me on YouTube if you haven't already. I also stream Wednesdays, usually. SP Let's Play on Twitch. Again, find SP Let's Play on Twitter because I tell people when I go live, like a good social media manager. Is that all the things I need to say? Oh yeah, I made some music and released it with Mango Flush a couple weekends ago. You can find The Musical Endeavour on Spotify. The EP is called One Weekend by The Musical Endeavour. It's okay. It's electro. It took 3 days to write, and I'm quite proud of it. It's been on the radio a couple times, and people are saying nice things about it, which is cool. See you next week. Toodaloo. Oh, and for the love of God, follow me on here as well if you haven't. See ya.